Good morning, y'all. It's Brian today at Hollis Farm. It's been a while since I've been able to video. Hadn't been down the farm much. Was out of the country about a week, and then just haven't been able to get down. Busy at work, busy with stuff around the house too, and so anyway, headed down to meet Presley. He was meeting me with the bush hog over at the duck hole, dove field, duck hole combo. We're gonna clip some of these. It's about time. We got about 10 days before dove season, so we're gonna go ahead and cut the sunflowers. We're gonna leave the soybeans standing, so they'll be flooded later on. They'll start to put on. I don't know when they'll put the beans and start to make on them. I guess around October, maybe. I'm not sure. But we will mow the sunflowers and probably go ahead and mow a spot where the pit's gonna be while we're over here. Kind of clean it up a little bit where when we shoot these doves, we can find them and have a couple of good places to sit and get hid. I know the millet's doing real good too. I'll show y'all that. It's really come on strong. We're gonna have lots of food here for the ducks. So hang on, get over here and meet Presley, get on this tractor and show you what our plans are. All right, y'all, kind of show you what we got. I got started here, made a couple of rounds. This end of the field, nothing much grew good at all. I don't know why the sunflowers didn't do well down here. They did a lot better up here. I think the flood knocked them back a little bit, but we still got a lot of them made heads. Cut down the wood line here. This is going to be probably where a couple of people sit here. Want to get it cleaned up. When you shoot a bird, you can find them. Plus, it's just releasing a lot of seed out of this weed and grass here for the doves. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get my Onyx maps out. I kind of mapped out. I kind of see where we planted, where the sunflowers and then the sunflower and soybean mix starts. We try to go down that line, trying to leave the bulk of the soybeans standing. So I'm gonna get my map out, try to follow that to get me a straight line. Then we'll cut everything from there over, and then there's gonna be another big place on this side. It's gonna be cut real clean. We can get in there and tuck in around this millet. I don't know if y'all can tell, but along this levee right here, that's that Chihuahua millet right there. It's doing really, really good. It's going to provide a lot of seed for the ducks and the doves right now too. But let me get my map out and get this started, then I'll go back and show you how it looks. Now, see, we got a line right here where the soybeans start right in here. I'm trying to stay right off them. We're going to leave them and flood them. They'll be inside our levee. They look good right there. I'll get out and look at them closer in a minute. Got the mower up high right now. We'll make a second pass. Quite a few doves flying out of here too. So we jumped on the other side of the soybeans. You see them there. This is the side of the field where we didn't plant soybeans in. It's just sunflowers. Got pretty weedy over here, but some of the sunflowers made, you can see. We'll go ahead and cut them pretty short. This whole area here will be cut over. You'll see where the soybeans start. Leave that standing. Those soybeans will be standing. Keep us inside the law for the ducks. I noticed a while ago they're putting on some pods. I'll show y'all that in a little bit. You see this other side, this levee here, a millet really doing good. It really helped us hold that levee. I think that's probably what kept it from washing during the flood. The rest of this cut, I'm gonna go back to the truck, see if I got my drone. Maybe I can get it up in there and give y'all a good look. All right, y'all, got all the cutting done. We're gonna do, Preston's gonna run the tractor back to the barn. I'm gonna kind of show y'all what I did. I think I've got I didn't even look. I think I got the drone with me. I can get it up. But if y'all remember this levee in this spot right here is kind of in a horseshoe shape. And we combined the Colossus soybeans and the sunflowers in the center of the horseshoe. One side has got, and the other on either side was straight sunflowers. Of course, in the flood got us, had about 4 feet of water on this thing. But luckily, it happened when it did. It didn't happen earlier. I think we would have lost everything. Plus, we didn't have the ability to control the weed because they weren't Roundup ready sunflowers. We're gonna do something a little different next year. I got a plan. Probably gonna leave the soybeans out and do nothing but millet and sunflowers. I feel like we got a good handle on that. Add some millet around inside these levees. Come in about 20 yards. Put a band of Chihuahua millet all the way around. If y'all wonder, we get that from Specialty Seed down in South Mississippi. Check them out. They got a good Facebook page and Instagram too. But definitely gonna go back with the Chihuahua millet next year, probably 3 times what we did this year. Then we're gonna go with some the Clearfield sunflowers, which are Roundup ready next year. We'll have a lot cleaner field here. All we have to do is clip it. Won't be any grass here. Pretty good this year, but it's a little grassy. Let me turn the camera around and show you a little bit about what we're doing before I get the drone up. All right, you can see this side of the levee kind of bows out. This is the west side. It goes up to where the grass stops there. From that, where I cut over was solid sunflowers. In the center here was soybeans and sunflowers, but for some reason on this end, the soybeans didn't really do very good. So I went ahead and I kind of crisscrossed it in a little checkerboard pattern here on this probably 75 yards from me here. Checkerboarded it, so if we shoot some birds, it'd be easier to get out there and find them. Plus, gives the birds a little more cover and just a little variety there. Still some sunflowers standing in those areas a little bit there. Quite a few sunflowers standing down there in the soybeans. We'll leave them. That's going to be another good food source when we flood it for the ducks. Don't think the doves can get them all. Go over here on this other side. Y'all can see there how good that millet did. Really impressed with that. We just top-sowed that right on top of the levee we built. Caught it with the moisture right. Presley came down and spread it with a hand spreader. This side right here is a long, narrow section here that was straight sunflower. See, we got it cut pretty low. I'm gonna ride down in a minute. I'll show you the soybeans starting to put on some pods. So that's gonna really help us for duck season. Got a couple places we can sit over here and hunt in the wood line here. Millet's so tall around there, you can tuck in that, get down in that furrow left when we dug that levee, get down there and kind of hide too. Plus, in the morning, we could hide in the shade all along this road. See if I can get this drone up. Hope it's charged. I think everything's in the truck here. See if I can get the drone up, we'll take a good aerial view of it. This will probably be the last time we do anything till time to shoot doves in about 10 days. Seen quite a few birds there. I bet we'll see a lot more now that we've opened up some of this grass farm. So hang on, let me get the drone up. All right, y'all, I couldn't get my drone up. I don't know if I mentioned in the videos, my truck got broke into a few weeks ago. Some crackhead stole my drone controller, but not the drones, and now I'm having trouble getting my controller to connect to my new drone, or the new controller to connect. Anyway, I'll get that figured out, but we'll ride down through and show you. This is the area I showed you. This was all sunflowers. This area right in here was sunflowers and a few soybeans, but the soybeans didn't make right in here, so you can see how weedy it got. What I decided to do here was just cut some crisscross little checkerboard in there to make it a little easier to walk through there and find a bird and open up a little more ground for the birds to feed in. You can see right down through here, it's hard to see them now, but you can start to see the soybeans peeking through right there. Without any herbicides, we just really couldn't control the weeds. But these are Colossus soybeans from Specialty Seed. They also got flooded. We're lucky we got them. We can get out and see if we got some. Yeah, I see some seeds making here. got lucky. I think if we'd have had that flood a month earlier, we might have lost this stuff. But you can see here, starting to make pods here coming on. That's what we wanted for we'll end up being flooded for the ducks. All of this area here, up about 100 yards that way. Got a pit blind we're gonna put in right out here. I wish I could fly this thing and show you, but anyway, that kind of gives you the idea. Dove field around the perimeter, millet on the levee, all the way around. Combination of sunflowers and soybeans here in the middle of the hole. Pit will be right out here. Sooner or later I'll get this drone going and show you, but that's the plan. It's coming together. Ground's good and clean here. I think we're gonna start probably next few days be a lot of doves moving in here. We've seen quite a few flying, so ground's clean, easy pickings for the doves. The sunflowers that are here, on the ground now, easy pickings for the birds. Y'all can see there's piles of seeds. Some of these I think are a little bit stunted, either due to the flood or maybe we overpopulated them a little bit. I think we had our row spacing good, but we may have had them a little close together. Maybe not. Then you'll see some right here. It's a big head full of seeds. The doves will find these in the next few days and we'll be in business. So what we're after. Now we'll let it rest, let the birds get in here and relax. I see doves landing down there right now. We're lucky, we got food, got plenty of shelter and roosting areas, got water right over here, right off the river there, so there's always water here for them. Looking forward to it. Now we need some cool weather. It's too dang hot to be out here right now. But anyway, not much going on, but I want to give you an update on this field today. I think it's right where we want it to be. Now we just need the birds to come on. We got about 10, 11 days we'll be ready to shoot. So y'all hang around, come back. We'll try to film some of that dove. I'm looking forward to it. Thank y'all.